So welcome to the first part of this YouTube series where we're going to be going over catching. So when you're playing wall ball, we want to give you specific instructions and specific focal points in order to get better at certain skills. One of the hardest ones is catching. So let's go over how you can get better at catching now.
One hand toss to catch. So one hand will toss the ball underhand while the other hand is at the throat of the stick, catching. We want the face of the stick looking at the wall. A lot of times what beginners will do is point the face of the stick upward with the butt end behind them. Here we have the face of the stick looking at the wall and the butt end pointed towards the ground. We want to promote having soft hands, which means as that ball hits our mesh, we're not cradling, we're just receiving. Those two things are different. When we receive, we let the stick come back with the ball. Having soft hands leads us into noticing where that ball actually hits our mesh. We would like to try to get that to hit our mesh behind our head or by our ear. If we let it hit out in front, it often promotes a cradle, and we want to try to avoid that. So we're going to receive up by our ear on the way back. Standing position, one-handed wall ball. Now we'll have our hand halfway up on the stick. We're focusing on our top hand because we want that to control the head of our stick for a lot of things, including catching. We're going to apply those same catching principles. Have the face of your stick facing the wall, catch on the way back, and try to minimize cradles. We have an added focus point now of catching into our next throw. What Chuck is doing here is some version of what we call a quick stick, where there's no cradle, he catches into his next throw. We don't have to be doing quick sticks here, but that is a great way to challenge yourself as you get more comfortable with one-handed wall ball. Now is a great time to add that bottom hand. Let's try two-handed wall ball and see if we can apply the principles we've practiced so far. Now we challenge ourselves to add movement to the equation of one-handed wall ball. We'll be going through 4 different patterns: jogging parallel to the wall in both directions and shuffling facing the wall in both directions. Stay patient on this one here. It's pretty challenging to jog to your left as a righty and play wall ball. We want to introduce the concept of disassociation of your hips and your shoulders. So what that means is your shoulders can be doing something different than your hips. They don't always have to be aligned. So whether we're shuffling or jogging in either direction, our shoulders and then up through our hands should be doing their own thing, with the priority being ball control. And since ball control is our #1 priority, don't feel like you always have to quick stick. If you're going to reach and catch that ball out in front of your body because you don't feel confident letting it come further back, that's totally fine. As long as we maintain possession and make that catch, that is all that matters. Introduce these different movements and challenge yourself to speed up or slow down at your own pace in order to make those incremental improvements.